Now we'll hear our State of the County address from Forsyth County Board of Commission Chairman Alfred John. Chairman Alfred John was elected to Forsyth County Board of Commissioners in 2020 to represent the District 2, which encompasses the southern portion of the county. Chairman John was elected by the Board of Commissioners to serve as chairman in 2022 and secretary in 2021. Prior to his service on the Board of Commissioners, Chairman John was appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals in 2017 by former Commissioner Rick Swope. In 2020, he was voted by his fellow board members to be chairman of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Chairman John's background is in human resource technology, project management, and technology implementation. He has depth of knowledge in the various applications related to human resource and has consulted with employers on the process efficiencies in multiple areas of the field. Most recently, he held a leadership role for a large Buckhead firm managing HR operations, payroll, and technology. Chairman John and his wife have lived in Forsyth County for almost 20 years, raising 2 children who attended Settles Bridge Elementary School, Riverwatch Middle School, and Lambert High School.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. And a special thank you to the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce for hosting us today, and all of our sponsors who have helped make this day possible. I would also like to recognize my fellow commissioners who are in attendance, as well as our county manager and other senior staff members who have joined us. And you'll be hearing from many of them today. We also have other elected officials that we are delighted to have with us today, members of the court, judges and others, Sheriff's Office, and Public Safety. If you wouldn't mind, please rise and be acknowledged. Thank you. First, let me say that it is a pleasure and honor to serve this community. It is truly inspiring to witness up close all of the work that these elected officials and amazing staff are putting in to make our future brighter than ever. The last 12 months have seen this county add incredible talent to the dedicated staff who make the county great. And it's because of their dedication, as well as our community support and key partnerships locally, the state of the county, for the place we call home, is stronger than ever. Home. It is defined simply as a place where one lives. But it's much more than that, isn't it? It means being a member of a family or a community. It's where we feel safe and where we want to raise our children. And home is something that we need to cultivate and protect and nurture for generations to come. Even the place where you work 8 to 12 hours a day becomes a home away from home. And so Forsyth County, what a great time it is to call this county our home. It is regarded as the wealthiest county in the state. Recently, I heard that the average price of a house in Forsyth County is $600,000. While meeting with principals of a business which we were wooing to Forsyth County, we shared that the average household income in South Forsyth alone is $168,000. Forsyth County has also, for a long time, had the lowest property tax rates in Metro Atlanta. And we are very good stewards of our tax dollars. And it is quickly becoming the best community for incoming new businesses. And the list of accolades goes on and on and on. And this is why Forsyth County is such a desirable place to live, work, and play. But having such a wonderful place to call home starts at the most basic level. Now, some of you have heard me say before that the foundation and bedrock of a healthy society is safety. Whether you're at home, at work, at play, out shopping, you want to know that you are safe. Forsyth County has the lowest violent crime rate in the North Metro region. It's because of our dedicated public safety team, led by Sheriff Freeman, that we have such a safe place to call home. Our 911 operators, Sheriff's Office deputies, firefighters led by Chief Barry Head, emergency management team, and other first responders such as EMTs, paramedics, life flight professionals, they're always there 24 hours a day to ensure our safety. So to all of our public safety professionals, thank you for ensuring our community has met the most fundamental need for being a home, safety. Thank you. Our courts have been good partners in the administration of justice. We have been a shining example of not just punitive, but also rehabilitative justice. We are and will be the role models for drug court, DUI court, RSAT, CERT team, and mental health recognition and treatment. So as we look into the future, another key component to the county's success lies in our economy. We strive every day to ensure that our residential development is balanced with commercial development to ensure that Forsyth County isn't just a place where people live, but also a place where they go to work. A great deal of that credit goes to my fellow commissioners who have been hard at work focused on growing our commercial base. Our Chamber of Commerce, the Development Authority, along with other various appointed board members, be it the Planning Commissioners or the Economic Roundtable, they're all an integral part of this trajectory towards success.
I think the state of the county when it comes to economic development is extremely robust. We have a number of sizable, exciting commercial projects going on throughout the county right now. Here at Halcyon, we were recently able to welcome Morgan Stanley, RBM, Mercedes-Benz, Barbecue Guys, just a plethora of exciting business here in the county.
Working with the County Commission has been one of the real cornerstones to the success of Halcyon. We maintain a really close relationship with our district commissioner and the various other commissioners so that there's a partnership and a community of us working together to better the overall community in Forsyth County.
We have incredible leadership here in Forsyth County that has empowered staff to help folks throughout the process. So it doesn't stop when that announcement is made. We help folks throughout the process, whether it has to do with entitlement, land disturbance permitting, building permitting, or handing folks that certificate of occupancy. We're there to help throughout the process, to show them care and custody, to help them with our exceptional customer service to make sure they're able to actually open for business in Forsyth County and thrive.
The growth will continue. The challenge will be keeping the development at the high quality of development that's occurred already around the area, especially of Halcyon in this part of Forsyth County, and keeping that quality of economic growth. But I certainly think, as the development community and the county work together, that'll be achievable.
I think that technology businesses always on our radar, advanced manufacturing, headquarters, these are the types of things that we want here more and more every day because we want to keep our workforce here. We have a very highly educated workforce here in Forsyth County. We want them to stay here and work here.
Incredible what a difference a decade can make. 10 years ago, the county, the state, as well as the nation was crawling out of a once in a generation economic downturn. And there was still so much uncertainty. Today, Forsyth County is not crawling or even walking. We are sprinting forward in terms of economic development. And we're separating ourselves as one of the state's most attractive places for new business. In fact, the county is now home to 75 international companies, and the South Forsyth area alone has begun to establish itself as the tech corridor of Georgia. Forsyth County is now home to nearly 8,000 residents who work in technology jobs, with over 5,100 of those being employed right here in the county. In 2021, the county ranked first in the state for concentration of tech talent, as well as incoming investment. And we have been named for a while as Georgia's most affluent county. It is easy to see why organizations such as Amazon, Alameda Sciences, Morgan Stanley, and more have recently decided to locate their businesses in our community. They join other companies such as Solvay, Siemens, LG MRI, and others who are thriving here and growing with the communities around them. These businesses have endured a challenging environment in the last couple of years as they have pushed through a pandemic as well as a labor shortage. But they are the backbone of our county, and I applaud them for finding new ways to succeed during such a trying time. Another key pillar to the county's economy is in agriculture. Farmers who have called Forsyth home for generations, as well as those who are new to the county, are discovering new economic opportunities thanks to a new agritourism initiative.
When we came here, there was one traffic light in Forsyth County. It was a small population and just a great place to live and raise our 3 boys. But over the past 40 years, things have changed around here. Highway 400, and then the lake, and just an increase in population. It's growing, and we all know that. The challenge now is what can we do with our land other than just sell it for housing or sell it for other uses. And we talked about it, and we decided maybe we'd grow Christmas trees and try that. And it led from Christmas trees into an abundance of requests for horticultural plants. And we do that now. And my sons, the two of the three boys, run the farm. It's a great way for us to maintain the family values that we have and to share that with really, literally thousands of people that come to our farm.
Agritourism is one of the most dynamic parts of agriculture now, because we are seeing families shift from one focus to another, and just how do we keep this land in our family? How do we retain ownership so that we want to keep that rural flavor in our community?
And without that income, the temptation, maybe necessity to just sell your land would be there. We're saving our dirt. The heritage of agriculture is very, very important. Very important.
So good to have our Agriculture Commissioner of the great state of Georgia, Gary Black, commend our initiative. So while a focus on economic development is obviously a win for businesses, it also helps serve the community by stabilizing property taxes. More jobs here also reduces commute times, since desired jobs are now found right here in our own backyards instead of Atlanta or Alpharetta. And I'm sure you heard me say reduce commuter times. Your county has never been more focused on addressing the transportation needs of the county than they are right now.
When you see a road project that's out there, we didn't just make that decision last week. There's a whole lot of advanced planning, future planning that goes into how we design our road networks.
One of our main focuses in transportation this past year and really moving forward is relieving congestion. Our citizens see it every single day. We do have a plan. We've got some phenomenal staff working with some of our consultants. We've got a 10-year outlook of a plan to relieve some of that congestion.
There's really a lot of projects of varying scale going on now, anything from those pedestrian-oriented transportation projects on up to the highway projects.
I can't stress enough how important it is that we have a great relationship with our partners at DOT. We couldn't do a lot of the work we're doing for this county without our partnership with DOT.
So we work very closely with DDOT and other partners to make sure that we have good long-range plans for the county. Sometimes we have to find funding mechanisms for them, obviously. So a project that you see coming to bear right now may have been something that was part of a SPLOST issue a couple of years ago, or maybe coming from some funding that we're getting through GDOT. There's just a variety of different avenues that we use to try to provide the best transportation system that we can.
One of the challenges that we have in Forsyth County is balancing being proactive and doing too much work versus being reactive. We have a plan. We're doing the best. We feel like we're doing a good job. We're doing the best we can, keeping up with growth. Again, that partnership with DOT, partnership with ARC at the Atlanta Regional Commission, and then I'll say the partnership of our Board of Commissioners is very important, that we're all on the same page and that they buy into the plans that are presented to them.
Be patient as we grow. We do have a lot of large projects going on. Ultimately, I think we've got some really good plans out there. But of course, there's those growing pains as we go through that. So just try to be patient. Help is on the way.
Thank you for being patient, and we ask for your patience. We understand there's a lot under construction, a lot of roadways under construction. We also know that there's a lot coming in the future. What I'll tell you is we have a capital projects team that is staffed and ready to deliver those projects at a high level.
Thank you, Commissioner Simonson. I appreciate all of your work on transportation projects, particularly on the McGinnis Ferry widening. Even though it wasn't even in your district, you showed your dedication to the county at large. Congestion is the #1 concern for our residents, and that's no secret. Since 2015, 10 major road projects have been completed, including the widening of 400 and Bellevue Road. 3 major road projects are underway, including the extension of Ronald Reagan Boulevard, and that will provide a parallel road to 400 from McGinnis Ferry all the way to Baldridge Marina Road. The widening of McGinnis Ferry from 400 to the area near Emory Johns Creek Hospital will make it a major arterial roadway connecting Georgia 400 to I-85. In North Forsyth, the expansion of 369 is well underway, and that will create a 4-lane east-to-west connector from Keithbridge Highway to Highway 9, with a bridge over 400 and a new exit at 400 as well. Once complete, that project will have a major positive effect throughout the entire surrounding area and for the residents who travel through the area. Now, these road projects, they don't come cheap. The widening of Post Road alone will cost an estimated $100 million. To move these vital projects forward, we must have a funding source. In November, residents will have the opportunity to vote on a dedicated funding source called T-SPLOST. For those of you who aren't familiar with the acronym, it is a Transportation Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax. Now there's a mouthful for you. But this could raise about $52 million a year, which would be dedicated strictly to transportation projects, and it'll provide funding for road projects over the next decade. Speaking of infrastructure, I am very pleased to share an update on the installation of a water intake system that has been decades in the making. Forsyth County is getting ready to shed its dependence on others, and we will have our very own water intake at Lake Lanier. A multi-state federal lawsuit which lasted decades finally came to a conclusion with the United States Supreme Court ruling in our favor, and we are looking forward to having that straw in the lake.
Well, here behind us is going to be the new water intake for Forsyth County. This is a project that has been years in the making. We're very excited to be a part of history.
So if you go back in time, prior to me even running for commissioner, this is one of the main catalysts that got me to run. Ran for office, been working on it ever since with some of the homeowner coalition groups, the original ones, and we decided that we needed to figure out how to get this done for our citizens for the future. If you don't get this intake pipe owned by the county into the lake, the likelihood of the county having a strong backbone to grow on is minimized. So we worked very hard to figure out everything we have to do and what we need to do to get there. And with that, we went to Washington, D.C. on multiple trips. And we went with these resolutions and we set up appointments in advance to go see U.S. senators, U.S. congressmen, and a gentleman by the name of Mr. Kirkland that was attached directly to the President of the United States. He reassured me I've already talked with the President and we are absolutely going to help you get this done. We got to get through the Tri-State Water Wars, but we believe that's going to happen. And I believed him because I've been watching it like a hawk, and we're making great progress, and ultimately it has been resolved now. We filed for our permit and we're almost there. We had everything else in order, that's all we were waiting on. So feel very comfortable this is going to happen this year, and we're moving this thing forward, and I'm so excited. This has been a 12-year project for me I've been working on.
There is cost savings for the residents, for the county. It will increase the reliability and sustainability of our water supply for years to come.
So if something ever happens to one of these intake pipes, we still have the other.
Everything is going to be underground and out of sight when it's constructed. It will look just like this, so no impacts at all. The intake will be 40 feet below the water level, so no impacts to boats, to swimmers, to anyone that enjoys Lake Lanier.
By the way, that awesome video was completely developed in-house by our amazing communications team, so great job. Thank you, Commissioner Levent. You have been at the forefront of this project, partnering with your fellow commissioners and leading the way. This facility is expected to be completed and operational in 5 to 6 years, weather permitting. Mother Nature is always the great unknown, especially when it comes to infrastructure projects. This intake will ensure that we have a safe and reliable water supply, and this while also saving the county about $3 million annually in water purchases. I do want to acknowledge and applaud all who are responsible for getting us to this point. It took hard work, dedication, cooperation, and persistence at the state, local, and federal level. And now we reach the moment for this dream to be realized. Forsyth County Parks and Recreation. Where do I even begin? 25 parks as well as a greenway system, which truly has something for everyone. world-class amenities on the lake, on Sawney Mountain, scenic streams, and natural woodlands, Forsyth County Parks and Recreation is simply the best.
Through the COVID time, Parks and Recreation became very important to the community. People fled to our greenway, to our parks, and being outside was just a great thing.
The pandemic taught us so much about how important outdoor space is. When those few weeks when we shut the parks down were some of the most agonizing for people. It caused anxiety to just go through the roof because people need interaction with one another.
Once we passed through the COVID era, we got our programs and facilities back open, and just overwhelmingly all of our programs have been filled up.
Because nothing's more important to a community than to have their gathering space for park and recreation.
We're so lucky here in Forsyth County that we have the resources and we have the citizens that demand great parks. And through SPLOST and some of our impact fees, we have a good bit of capital money right now. We're working on about 13 capital projects within the next 5 years. So we always have some under construction, some under permitting, and some in the planning aspect. And so it just keeps going through. We're very, very excited about some newer additions to Lanier Land Park.
And Lanier Land is so inclusive of all the things our citizens want. I mean, everything that's going to be here are the very things people have longed for and have asked for in every survey we've ever done. So it makes me happy that I used to work at Lanier Land, and it brought happiness, and it's going to continue to bring happiness through all the things that we're offering through Park and Recreation. Nothing are we more excited about than our moving of our Miracle League to Lanier Land from Coal Mountain. Well, I've got a famous Miracle League player here with me today, my good friend Patrick Miller. And Patrick has long been a Miracle League player, haven't you, Patrick?
Yes, I have. Miracle League is such a fun thing to do for adults and kids with special needs. And like for people like that can't do that and get out in the community, we want more people to come join us and be on like the Miracle League family.
So it is like a family.
Yes, it is.
We have over $350 million in assets in Parks and Recreation and over 500 programs a year. And we love to share what we're doing with the community for everybody to be in the know. It's a busy, bustling community.
To think that we have become this is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. The more, outdoor space we can provide to our residents, I think the better that it makes our county as a whole.
Thank you, Commissioner Mills. Your passion for the parks and your extensive work on the Parks Board has brought us to where we are today. Our park system continues to grow, and just last summer, the Big Creek Greenway opened a new portion of its popular trail system. It extends the trail north to the Sawney Mountain Preserve, bringing the trail to over 16 miles in length in the county. And just last month, a new trailhead along Ronald Reagan Boulevard connected the Greenway directly to the great restaurants and shopping at Halcyon. Stay tuned as we bring some incredible new things to the park system, including a massive expansion project at Lanier Land Park. It'll include new ball fields, tennis courts, a walking trail, and more. Also in North Forsyth, Eagles Beak Park along the Etowah River has an update underway. This will add new Riverwalk trails, and the large scenic park will also be home to 12 acres of green space, which will also serve as an outdoor event facility. Our amazing parks here in Forsyth County are wonderful resources for all of us to enjoy. They are the heart of our community, and they draw together people of different backgrounds and cultures. So while our residents are playing and relaxing on the ball fields, the rec centers, and walking and biking on the beautiful trails of the county, hard work and progress is being achieved every day by county staff and across a variety of departments. They are the ones who keep the county running on all cylinders. Our water and sewer team work around the clock to ensure that we have clean water on demand. Our roads and bridges teams work diligently to complete road projects. They fix potholes and clear roadways during weather emergencies. Our planning department is constantly evaluating long-term plans for growth and development. And this is just a tip of the iceberg. There are so many more departments and teams who keep our county moving. Our staff, they are dedicated to making Forsyth County the best place possible to raise a family, to go to work, own a business, and also call home. I cannot say thank you enough to each and every one of them for their expertise, their skill, but most of all, their dedication to serving the residents of our communities. Thank you.
Well, I've been doing this 32 years, both at the local level and the state level, and I can tell you without a doubt, Forsyth County government has the best employees anywhere I've ever been around. They're the employees that are the unsung heroes on the ditch this morning at 2 a.m. getting your water back on. There are IT staff behind the scenes. There are 911 dispatchers that you never see, but you know they're there when you need them. All of our Forsyth County employees are heroes, and we appreciate each and every one of them very much. One of our senior executive management folks told me the other day that they had been in a meeting, and the question came up of them, who's your competition? Who do you compete with in government? They thought for a minute and they said, we really don't. We're the leader. And I think Forsyth County is very blessed. The citizens in Forsyth County are very blessed because of the quality staff we have here. Forsyth County is a leader in the state of Georgia. We're on the cutting edge of everything, from our sheriff's office, our fire services, really down to how we do run our IT department. We're on the cutting edge and we're leading the way here in Georgia. And I just want to thank each and every one of our employees who work very hard to keep us there. I'm proud to be a part of this county. I'm part of this operation, and I look forward to continuing to serve them and continue to see them prosper.
Thank you, Mr. Tanner. You and your executive team continue to show great insight and leadership in building a great team and a great organization. Now, in the world we live in today, it's a rare thing to see an employee with an organization for 15 or 10 or even 5 years. But here, it's not uncommon for employees to remain with us for 25 and 30 plus years. To all of our staff, my heartfelt thank you for a job well done. I see you daily on the roads, in the parks, in your cubicles and offices. Keep up the great work. It's because of you that our future is bright. So what does the future hold for our county that is already at the top of the list for many, many accolades? Where do we go from here? Well, in a physical sense, we go on to a new home for the county's offices. Plans are underway for a new county administration campus that will be a one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art facility, and it'll allow us to provide the best services well into the future.
I could not be more excited. This is something that Forsyth County has needed, has wanted, and it is going to come true now. We are going to have our county campus. What this will do for you as a citizen is we're going to put as much of the business and as much of the facilities that are county owned that are for you here on this one site, this one campus. What's so smart about Forsyth County is we were putting money away each year. So we didn't have to float a bond for this. This money we've been saving. You know that old-timey word, saving? Well, we've been doing that. So when we build this building, you're not going to be seeing bonds coming out there to try to pay for it. So we are thrilled to death to have this. It's going to be state-of-the-art. You're not going to believe it when you look at it. I sound like Donald Trump, but you're going to love it.
We want to build on the success we have today. Like I said, we've got the best employees that government has to offer today. I think we're setting the stage to be even a better place to work than we are today with the announcement and the rollout of the new employee center that's going to be built on our new 42-acre campus up off Freedom Parkway. That employee center is going to house a whole host of opportunities for our employees, from a health and wellness center with a doctor and nurses on site to be able to provide them no cost health care. We're also going to be providing a gym open 24 hours a day to our employees, state-of-the-art gym. We're looking at things such as pet care for our employees. We're looking at other opportunities with financial planners being on site, aerobics classes, exercise classes, all geared toward attracting and retaining the very best and the very brightest employees that we can here at Forsyth County government.
It's definitely an example of how much we've grown, as well as how much into the 21st century we have come. I will not be running again. I've had some personal things go on that need my attention, but I can tell you what, I'm still here in Forsyth County and love the county and look forward to seeing you guys enjoy this new facility as it comes to fruition.
Commissioner Cooper, I know you're watching. Thank you. This will be your legacy. I remember you talking about the project even before I got into this role, and you have pushed it from idea to concept to reality. As Commissioner Cooper said, the new administration campus will be a one-stop shop for residents. Everything will be under one roof. Because the county has outgrown the current administration building, we have been renting out an entire additional office park to house many of our employees. Now, by consolidating all these offices, the county will recognize savings of around $400,000 a year, just in rental costs. We will also be investing in the county's most valuable resource, which is our employees. A new employee center will help us to attract and retain the best and the brightest minds in each field. Well, maybe best of all, the new campus will be funded with cash on hand, and we will not have to take on new debt to construct it. On the same campus, but separate from the administration building, the county plans to build a cutting-edge 57,000 square foot public health facility. This new center will serve the residents of Forsyth County, treating both physical and mental health. It will include a 15-bed mental health crisis center and an additional 30 beds for longer-term mental health treatment, and it'll be the first of its kind in Georgia. We are proud to be leading the way on a critical issue for our community, which has been overlooked for far too long. So going back to the word we led off with, home. What does it mean to you? To me, it is much more than simply where we live. From public safety to parks to education, infrastructure, it's all of those things woven into our daily lives, which gives us the ideal location to chase the perfect American dream and also raise the next generation of leaders. This county of mine is already a shining example of what a home community can provide. Incredible natural resources and scenic beauty, opportunities to achieve personal, career, and business goals. A government striving each day to provide the kind of home its residents desire. And I look forward with great hope to the future of this county. I know that if we continue to work together as a community, we can build on the foundation of what has made Forsyth County what it is today, the most desired place to call home. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and the Forsyth County staff and all who have endeavored to make this happen, I thank you for your time and for the opportunity to serve you. Thank you.
We'd like to thank everybody for being here today, especially Board of Commissioners Chairman John. I really want to make a special thanks to the awesome chamber staff for putting this event on. They do a great job with these things. Thank you to all our sponsors for making it possible. Y'all have a great day.